Hello students, today I am going to give you exercises of lesson 1 and 2 from the new book. So, first we will do the exercises of lesson 1. The name of the lesson 1 is Story of the Early Man. You have to do only questions answers in the notebook. Rest of the exercises you have to do in your book. Okay? So let's start. First one is fill in the blanks. First one is stone tools were first used in Paleolithic age. Answer is here Paleolithic age. Second, the early men could make sharper tools from a stone called flint. Flint will be answer here. Next, stone tools were used for hunting. Okay, hunting is answer here. As you see, whatever answers I am giving you, answers is written in black, in fill in the blanks. Fourth one, hominids are the predecessors of modern man. Fifth one, the early man used to make paintings in the caves. Now, exercise number B, true or false. You have to write. First one, archaeologists used artifacts and fossils to study an age. It will be true. Next one, Homo habilis were the first to use fire. It will be false because correct answer is Homo erectus, not habilis. Third number, sharper tools were made from a stone called flint. It will be true. Next, the early man moved from one place to another in search of food and shelter. It also will be true. Fifth one is fire did not protect the early man from wild animals. It will be false because the correct statement will be fire protected them from wild animals. C. Match the following: Homo sapiens, wise man, archaeologist, studies human history, flint, used to make tools, shelter, caves, Mesolithic age, Middle Stone Age. Now, question answer that you have to write neatly in your notebook. First question is, how did we come to know about the life of the early man? And the answer will be, archaeologists have helped us uncover the story of early people. They have done this by studying and examining the fossils and artifacts belonging to this era. Question number 2. How did the early man's life change in the Middle Stone Age? And your answer will be, in the Middle Stone Age, they started making smaller and sharper tools. They also discovered farming and started cultivating crops. Next question is, where did the early man live? And the answer will be, the early man lived on trees and later on he lived in caves. He also painted on the walls of these caves. Question number 4 is, what did the early men depict in their cave paintings? And the answer will be, the early men depicted hunting scenes and large wild animals such as bison, horses, and deer. Next question is, list the ways in which fire helped the early man. First, it protected them from wild animals. Second, It kept them warm. Third, they could cook their food, which tasted better. And last, the question number 6. Name the different hominins that appeared before the modern man. There were three types of hominins that appeared before the early man. These were the Homo habilis, the Homo erectus, and finally the Homo sapiens. As I have instructed you in lesson 1, in the same way you have to do lesson 2 also. In lesson 2 you have to begin from a new page. First, you have to do fill in the blanks. The idea of cultivation occurred to man in the Mesolithic age. Answer is given in your book also, in the last of Mesolithic age. Second, basalt was used to make tools. Copper was the first metal to be discovered by the early man, and it was discovered in Chalcolithic age. Okay. Fourth one, wheel and pottery were two major inventions of the Neolithic period, which changed the early man's life. You can first, before doing question answers or fill in the blanks or anything, first you try to solve your questions by yourself. After that, note down. Next one, in the Neolithic age, man started living in houses. Now, true false? Farming was discovered in the Mesolithic age. It is true, in the last of the Mesolithic age, farming was discovered. Next one, in the Neolithic age, man lived in caves on trees. It will be false, because in the Neolithic age, man had started to live in houses built by themselves with mud bricks and thatched roof. Next one, metals were discovered in the Chalcolithic age. It will be true, as Chalcolithic age is also known as copper age, and metal is discovered in this age. Neolithic people were accomplished builders. It will be false. Next one, because they are not accomplished, they are making roofs. They just have learned to make the houses. The Chalcolithic age, also called the Bronze Age. It will be false, because after Chalcolithic age, Bronze Age came. Chalcolithic age and Bronze Age is quite different. Next one, you have to do match it. Chalcolithic age means copper age. Stone tools were made by basalt. Tin and copper were mixed together to make bronze. Dog was the first animal to be domesticated. Farming and herding, Neolithic age. Okay. Now you have to note down question answer. First question is, mention two ways in which the early man's life changed in the Neolithic age. You have to mention two inventions, how their life changed. So here answer will be, agriculture and domestication of animals were the two ways which changed early man's life in the Neolithic age. Question number 2. What changes came about in the creation of tools during the Neolithic age? See, tools created during the Neolithic age were not only harder and stronger, but they also had a sharp edge, which was useful in collecting the harvest. Next question. How is the process of settling down in one place related to cultivation? Means, what is the relation between living at one place and cultivation or agriculture? As the early man had to tend to his crop, he settled down and did not roam around in search of food. Question number 4. What is Chalcolithic age? The period when man used both copper and stone tools is called Chalcolithic age or the Copper age. Question number 5. Describe the building activities undertaken by the Neolithic people. In the Neolithic period, people used mud bricks to construct houses. They also built tombs to bury their dead. Question number 6. How did domestication of animals take place? Which was the first animal to be domesticated? Answer will be man discovered that animals like goat, sheep, and buffalo could be domesticated easily, and if they were tamed and kept, they became a source of food. Dog was the first animal to be domesticated. Write all the question answer very neatly. Learn it. Okay? Write carefully. Don't do any spelling mistake. Thank you.